What up, though? What's happening? What's happening? Few things, man. There's a lot going on out there, ain't it? It's getting to a point. It's hard to tell what's real or not when it comes to some of these situations. Um, with the Carmelo Anthony going on. Excuse me, I don't want to say their name wrong. Is either Hinton, Mr. Hinton, the father who, unfortunately unalived the officer who, well, not the same officer, but unalived a officer because his son was unalived by a different officer. It's a lot going on. And then just recently, I just heard a young man was killed, unalived, due to a prank. I guess rang somebody's doorbell and whoever that homeowner was or whoever was occupying that space unalived them. So it's a lot going on out there in Saturday. You got the one lady who called the young child all types of racial slurs, as far as the N-word and things of that nature. The child was like 5 years old. They saying that he was autistic. Said something about the little baby, little boy, I believe, took something from her child or something like that, and she just got to going off on him, calling him all types of racial slurs. Mind you, he only 5 and autistic. Allegedly, I'm not too sure about that part, but yeah. So it's a lot going on. I like as a truck driver, over the road truck driver, I've been somewhere everywhere. And I feel the tension out here. Like they do some silly shit. Like you be standing in line, they come so fucking close up on you as if y'all together. Like just today, I'm in line. Motherfucking get in line. Instead of getting behind me, the bitch stood right next to me. Excuse me, I said I wasn't gonna cuss, but it's like it just be so disturbing. It's so like, why are you doing this? And then I just look at them, like, then they look at me, back at me, and I just look at them, and they kind of like go, you know what I'm saying? But it's weird out here, people look at you, roll their eyes, like, literally do like this at you, and be like, just roll their eyes, like, okay. And it's like, it's just a lot of tension going on out here. It's not just what they pushing through the media do, but due to what being pushed through the media, it make people act out in real time. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So it's just like, it's a lot going on out here. Allegedly with the last situation with the woman calling the young, the baby, the child, the racial slur, they say she has raised over $700,000, and I'm looking like, why? For what? You ain't go to jail. I don't think you being threatened. You ain't gotta up and leave, nothing. What the hell you need 700,000 goddamn dollars for? Well, allegedly I guess they trying to raise money for a race war. Some crazy stuff. Don't quote me. That's just the word on the YouTube streets right now. I don't know if it's in the streets though. But word on the YouTube streets is she done raised over $700,000 allegedly for a race war. So yeah, it's getting real out here. And I think, with the Carmelo Anthony thing going on, they've been on tip ever since. And then we got a few police brutality situations that has taken place. They getting back riled up on that. Like it never stops. I guess it might take a pause in the media, but it never stops, bro. That's day in, day out, But they getting back to pushing it through the algorithms again, pushed back through the media. So it's just a lot going on out there, and I really think they are pushing for a race war. And if that's true, it ain't no if, but with that being said, while I was driving today, I was wondering, like, if this thing really pops off, and it's just a question, I'm not trying to be funny, I put this on my mama, I am not trying to be funny. I put this on everything I love, I am not trying to be funny. It's just a question of mine when it comes to a lot of interracial relationships. Whose sides y'all gonna be on? Or it just don't matter. Whoever come at y'all crazy, then y'all gonna attack whoever come at y'all crazy. Then I can't argue with that. And then those who may be battling with whose side to be on because you interracial. Like, y'all don't even understand what y'all doing with this, bro. Like, you put people in real jacked up situations, you know? But when you're dealing with such a being that's highly irrational, can't get along with nobody, and we know who that being is, they know who they are, excuse me, the white man, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since I got on y'all last. I know it, like I always, and so I always gotta clean myself up, but y'all don't say, okay, these are the good, decent, you know what I'm saying, black. Y'all pretty much try to put us all into a category, and the only time y'all say it's good black folks is if we bowing down to y'all. And that's pretty fucked up. But, excuse me, I said I wasn't gonna cuss, I'm trying. I think I did alright thus far. Let me get back to it. But this is a subject where you just gotta excuse a person. Cause, I mean, we can't get along with y'all. Now, I know it's the twos and fews. When I say that, I don't mean literally 2 or 3 people, but it's the twos and fews who feel just like we do. We got white folks who tired of white folks. If not even just white folks, just the whole white supremacy. The whole powers that be. They tired of y'all. They tired of y'all too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, you go back to y'all history, y'all been kicked out of all types of countries because of your foolishness, your madness. I mean, everywhere you go, you take over, you rape, pillage, and you name it. You know, you do everything you can do to just take over, and it's like you still not have, you can get all the money, all the resources, all the power, all the everything, and you still not happy. You still need order out of chaos. You still need a one world order. You still need all control. Like, what's wrong with you? And people, I said years ago, I said this years ago when I used to do my little videos and panels with Detroit Action. Shout out to Detroit Action. When we used to do our panels, I'd have been to a few events. I mean, y'all probably seen them on Facebook Live when I went to Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? We had our little, I don't mean to say little, I don't want people to take the wrong way. We had our meetings, just meeting up, trying to see what we can do to make schooling better for the high schoolers and other things, should I say. But we've also been to other events, peace rallies, things like that. But anyway, we used to have these panels where we will talk about some of the things that's going on around us and within our communities. And I used to always say, but I used to stress how we at war. And just because you don't see bombs being dropped on us and you constantly in the street getting popped at or having to pop back, even though that goes on too. But even though you don't see bombs dropping on you day in and day out, don't mean you're not at war. I mean, look at the water, look at the air, look at the food. The everyday injustice, the school to prison pipeline. I mean, the red lining. I mean, it's so much. The drugs. The dope. Drugs, dope. It's so much going on top of the racial tension, on jobs, like like it's so much, man. It's so much, to where you cannot say you don't see that we at war. It's a silent war, is what you would call a Cold War. And that's what the Cold War was, pretty much a silent one. You know what I'm saying? But you know it's a war going on. But it's really out loud, but it's not like, okay, we at war and you see all these bombs dropping. No, it's a different type of war going on. And we in the midst of it as we speak. You feel me? And it's like, what we gonna do? You know, it just is what it is. I mean, we, like I was getting back to what I was saying, that we dealing with a being that's just want full control. You know, they just want full control. They don't really care about nothing but having that full control. I mean, you can't protest enough, you can't pray enough, you can't do nothing enough. I mean, you can boycott, draw your money back, which that's what we need to be on. I agree with that, you know, but we're dealing with a being that's irrational. They irrational, bro. And it's not just white folks. You got some black folks that's up in that higher ups. You got some of every nationality that's part of the higher ups. But we know who the main ringleader of that is. And then you might got some reptilian things going on. But that's another broadcast. But it's a lot going on, man. And I think they're really pushing for some BS so everybody can lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? And just go out here, go crazy, niggas sit in martial law and all that. But, you know, I mean, something got to give. So I know a lot of us tired of talking, but you know how it is. You know what this is. You got to have those conversations, wake up those who may not be too aware of what's going on. You know, I'm not going to say they blind, but just got their everyday thing going on to where you might not see, or a lot of this might go over your head. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it takes me back to what I used to say, what I said years ago when I first started doing videos. And I would like to say I'm one of the first people to do a car video. I would like to say that. When I was in my raggedy ass pickup truck with the Palmer sign, the black and mild, and I was just sitting there asking, what we gonna do? Not what I'm gonna do, not what you gonna do, what we gonna do as a people. And this ain't no we sick talking to massive shit, cause bitch, I ain't never did no weak ass shit like that, so don't play with me. Or none of that. I had to check off into my motherfucking DM just the other day, cause it's like, it's we once I make something happen, but it ain't we if I don't make something happen, if that makes sense. So just like, let's just keep it a buck. You are you, I am me, and that's just that. We just happen to both work for this company, but ain't no we. I don't feel the we. But I know amongst my people, it's supposed to be a we. So that's what I'm talking to. What we gonna do, like I said, now, I ain't saying I got the ultimate plan. I ain't saying I got the ultimate solution. But I got some ideas. And I need to be amongst those who got some ideas or some suggestions. And then we can come up with our plan collectively as a people. And then we can make something poppin', if that makes sense. And that's just that. So I ain't gonna make this too long and drawn out. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the opportunity that was given to me within this drunken shit. This shit has changed my life. But ain't no we with them. Ain't no we. As soon as it was, okay, I did my part. If I send you the loan and you don't make it, then it's just me. Well, then we need to keep it like that when I make something happen. Because I'm the one who out here, not you. Period. You know what I'm saying? I had to stress that. And it's like, I'm finding myself constantly getting into, I said, I ain't trying to, I don't usually try to go into my personal shit like that no more. Y'all know me, I used to be spazzing all over the place, but them days is over. I'm too fucking old for that. And it just is what it is. But I gotta establish, like, ain't no we when it comes to these words. A lot of us working with these establishments. You might come across some cool people. That's alright. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to other people, they ain't no we. Only way I'm talking. I know that was trifling. Excuse me, yo. That was trifling. My bad. It's live, nigga. It's live. It's real shit. Uncut, nigga. But when I say we, I'm talking about me and my people and what we need to do. Because a lot of people do not like us. We don't like us. They don't like us. People come from other countries don't. A lot of people don't like us, and then it's a lot of people who love us. And we gotta have that love amongst each other, regardless of who don't like us. That's on them. You feel me? That's on them. You feel me? So it's a whole lot of the us against them. I mean, just look around. Look around in your city, in your state, in your country, your province, your county, your parish, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. Look around. You know, everywhere I go, I'm damn near about to get into it with a motherfucker because the tension's just that high. And it's mainly when I get in line to pay for something, a motherfucker just be standing like we together. Like, bro, back the fuck up, bro. Like, get your... Bro, like, you know how irritating that shit is? That is some I never knew something that small could be so fucking irritating because it gets to you because it felt like damn near every time. Every time you get in line, a motherfucker like, say for instance, I'm right here. A motherfucker be like, right there. Like, bro, back the fuck up. Okay, I might be over exaggerating, but bro, you a little bit too close. I turn around, you right there. Like, come on, man. You know how that's some irritating shit right there, bro. And then when you check a motherfucker, it's like, you wrong. Like, bro, now if a motherfucker get to popping off in this bitch, y'all gonna think y'all gonna want to play victim. It just made me seem like a madman. No, bitch, you playing with me, and I'm tired of it. I'm very tired of it. I done been something everywhere. And the tension is high around this bitch. It's high, bro. That's how, of course, you got the cool people. They speak. They respectful in this. But overall, it's a bunch of... It's giving fuck out of here in this. I'm telling you. People out here, bro. Like, it's straight giving fuck out of here. I'm telling you. But, you know, I don't want to go off into the tangent, but, you know, I don't want to put too much light on me. I'm just telling you, like the tension is high out here. It really is. It really is, bro. With the tiniest shit, like, bag up off me, bro. Like, get up off me, man. You know what I'm saying? That I never knew how irritating, because it never really happened like that when I'm back at home. Like, people know how to respect people's space to an extent. But nah, motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Now you get to cutting up on them, they gonna want to play victim. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is, you know. Just had to get that out of my chest. But overall, they really trying to push some BS out here. We do need to come together. Shout out to those who are. Some of my people, I need to holler at you. You know who you are. I don't want to say too much because I got a whole situation, and I don't just need people who, you know, we need everybody on board. We need everybody on hands on deck. Everybody, not just people with the, you know what I'm saying. We need some of everybody. But I'm gonna come holler at y'all. You know what I'm saying. Stay tuned. Answer y'all phones when I call or text. I greatly appreciate that. And cause it is time. It's time. So you know, I mean, they not playing while we playing. While we always gotta play the safe role. That's how this country got taken in the first place, because they took our kindness for weakness. They took niggas' kindness for weakness. You know, even though I identify with African, because we gotta be dummies if we don't think when Africans was coming over here dwelling in, even vice versa, you think some of them ain't link up and made little Africans or little, you know what I'm saying, whatever originally this country was, you know what I'm saying? So it's America now, but you think it's some of the original Indians and the original Africans, you know what I'm saying, then link up and have little us's? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I identify with what's older on the planet, which would be Africa. But even though it was names of it before then, this earth was shaped different. This stuff been around a long time. Don't let them fool you. So it's been many names, many all types of things. You feel me? So, but I would like to identify what's older because we've been here for a long time. Don't let them fool you. You know, so, but at the end of the day, I know I was born and raised at Hudson Hospital in Detroit, Michigan. So, of course, it is what it is. You feel me? So, but at the end of the day, I feel like that's how they took this country. They took our kindness for weakness. They thought we was some hoes, and they just did whatever. And we fell for it. I ain't saying we ain't fight back, because if you do your history, nigga, that's all we did was fight back, nigga. You crazy? One way or another. So it's like, I mean, I know we got to keep it easy on these platforms because we don't own them. You know what I'm saying? You know, the streaming, should I say, we own our own channels or whatever. But even that gets censored. You say the wrong thing, you get struck. All types of BS. Like, it's like we should have, you know. And Dr. Umar said something. I just heard him say something on a podcast. He said something very key. He was like, he loved the ancestors and they, you know, the things they did. We talking about the great ones who really put in work and really changed the game to make things, you know, pave the way, pave the way for us. You know, how we able to even be where we at now, even though it's not. But just do your research. You'll see what I'm talking about. But what he said something very key for us. A lot of our ancestors should never fought to be a part of America. They should have fought for a piece of America. You know, and you know, Indians, they done that. You know what I'm saying? And other people have. They might have failed in their attempts. You know what I'm saying? Not actually failed, but probably was stopped, meaning killed. Unalived, jailed. You know, become sick. You know, and what we need to do is not just put everything off on the ancestors and say what they did didn't work. No, a lot of what they did was working. That's why they were unalived and jailed and etc. We should have picked up the torch, but we had so much bombarded onto us to where it was hard to pick up those torches and keep it moving. Now, shout out to like New Era, the doctors out there, like far as the herbal healers, the real ones, and so many other people that pick up the torch, that's trying to keep the movements going. You know, the baby Marcus Garvey's out there, the baby Frederick Douglass, the fit baby Harriet Tubman's. You know what I'm saying? You might not have been on that scale, but you did something in your attempts. But we know we up against a real beast. You feel me? So yeah, man. That's it. I appreciate all my subscribers out there. I love y'all. I really do appreciate it. Even motherfucker might be anything. So what? I remember when I had 0 subscribers. Now I'm at a few hundred. that ain't even getting that few. That ain't easy to get people to subscribe to you. People will look. They might even like, might even comment, but subscribe is something different. So I appreciate every last one of them. I am trying to run it up, so if y'all can help me in that endeavor, I greatly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always shout y'all out. I always appreciate y'all. I ain't wanting them to get to talking smack because, you know, things ain't going my way. You know, I just say we can do a little better now. We can do a little better. No, I'm just talking. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Keep y'all head up. Stick with your people. It's not the time for the weak ass jealousy, the weak ass competition, the weak ass, just all the weak ass shit that's going on. That's keeping us even more divided, because you never know when you might need somebody, no matter how much you try to be in competition with them, no matter how much you've been hating, no matter how much you've been whatever. It's okay. Put that shit to the side, and it's time for us to come together, bro. Because really, 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 we all we got. Like, share, subscribe, comment. 1.